Evening, good evening. Hey there. We are live. It is 8:01. It is 8:01. We are live streaming from the Real Life Relationship Growth Spot. The Real Life Relationship Growth Spot. Good evening, everyone. So, you guys know I am going to go ahead and get I'm going to go ahead and get started. Why? Because all our videos will be posted on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. We now have an IG page. Finally set that up. Finally set that up. But we are there as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, everybody coming on, adding on. I see people coming on. Hey, sis, my sister Claudette. Hey, Pap. Hey, Gabe, my brother from another mother. What's up, babe? Hope you hang in tonight. Hey, sis, thank you. I feel better already. So, hey, good evening. Welcome. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth family. Welcome to our page. Um, we are here on our weekly segment called Camper Conversations. We are here to talk, laugh, love, get to know each other, and to learn some things that we may not know, or share some things that we do know. I am Donna. I am Donna. Let me do my thing. Let me say this. Start out by saying I am not a relationship expert. I'm a black woman in this world, living this life, doing the damn thing, and enjoying the hell out of it. Enjoying the process. Okay. Hey, Nisi. My niece is here as well. My niece and my sister. Hey, babes. That's who I am. That's who I am. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in certain areas. I am an expert in other areas. But relationship wise, I'm still trying to get this thing right myself. But we do have some experts. We do have some experts in the midst of us, in the midst of our family. And I would love, love, love for you to shout yourself out and to let me know, because when it comes down to talking about different things and getting together, we want to make sure we're getting good information, the right information, right? Not saying your life is not, your experiences don't come from good information, right? Not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is a lot of the times people look for experts in the field of different things when they're engaging. So, nothing wrong with that. Hey, Mike. Hey, babe. So, hey, you guys, do me a favor. Remember, if you're on Facebook, type your name first. Type your name first before you respond, or you type anything in. If you're on YouTube, do the same for me, please, so I can make sure. Because when I come over to restream, all I'm seeing is Facebook user or YouTube. So help me out, because I want to be able to address you properly. All right, all right. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started. I have to let you guys know, do some housekeeping real quick, real quick, real quick. Thank you to the brothers. Big up to y'all. Always, ladies, once again, hands down, they are beating you all and getting topics out for the page. I love it, love it, love it. So if you feel like the men aren't engaging and the men aren't there, you're in the wrong place. This is where you should be, because these brothers are engaging. Um, these brothers are engaging, and they are sending in topics to me and things like that. Hey, brother Mike, thank you so much, brother Mike. Loves your hair, babes. Thank you, thank you. Um, so let me say this: our real life relationship growth weekend that is scheduled for April the 14th through the 16th is still going to happen. It's still going on as of today, and as of the days following to come. There are no plans to make any changes to it. But what I did do, um, hey Paul, hey Paul, hey Corey, hey my loves. What I did do, I did extend the deadline to register. I did extend the deadline to register. So the deadline to register is now March the 31st. Why did I do that? because I love you guys. I love you guys. This is why I did it. First, the reason I did it was because, to be honest, we don't have enough people registered to make this thing happen and kick off in the best way. We have to have a good count of married folk, single folk, male, female. We got to make that happen. So then when I made the decision to extend the deadline to register, went to my inbox, had several messages from people saying, hey, is it too late? I know the deadline was today or yesterday, but I still want to come, but I got to get my ducks in a row. And I totally understand that. I totally understand that. We are all in a place where we're making sure those ducks are quacking and they stay in a row. So, of course, I'm going to extend. Of course, I am. So, this is what we're looking forward to, real quick, so we can get started. This is what we're looking forward to. Friday night is our speed dating event for our single people. It's our marriage reconnection event for our married people. Saturday is the main event, the live camper conversation, in person live camper conversation discussion forum. We have Rachel and Jimmy Rogers, our relationship experts, that are going to be on the panel. I'm still looking for a single man. I'm still looking for a single female, um, preferably in the expertise in the field of relationships and relationship study and all of that good stuff. So if you like to be a part, or you know someone who could help in this area, please let me know. Shout them out. Let me know. Inbox me, text me, whatever. Let me know. The main event is Saturday. Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, we hitting Yellow River Park. We have a catered burger bar. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some music. Y'all know I love my music. We're gonna have some dancing. We're gonna have some games. We're gonna have some fun. Saturday night, you do you with either your new boo, your reconnection, your new connection. Reconnect with your baby. Y'all stay in y'all room if y'all like, or y'all go and hit the town, hit ATL, because we're in the ATL. Do what you want to do Saturday night. Enjoy yourself and have a good time. That is what we are here for. Sunday will be our goodbyes. Always later, never goodbye. Sunday will be our later. Tell everybody later. Get your hugs, get your numbers, make sure you got your connections, and go back home. So even if you're local to Atlanta, get a room. Get a room. The information is um, the information is there for. I'm going to answer that question. Give me 1 second. Thank you. The information is there once you register. Once you register, you have to go. You have to go to this link to register. If you go to that link and register, you'll get all the hotel information, a full itinerary for the weekend, April 14th through the 16th. So I am excited. Listen, y'all, I got my shirts made. Shirts will be available for sale. There are 5 shirts. I put them up on the page today. With that backdrop, I got drip for sale. I put that up. You can choose a shirt. I literally had someone order a shirt today from that video. Someone ordered a shirt, and I was extra excited. I was extra excited because that's like, whoa, we ordering shirts. So it's putting us on. It's bringing us up, bringing us up. So we will have shirts available. If you want a shirt before you get here, let me know. I get your size, the shirt that you select, and I'll get it ordered for you. Okay? All right. All right. Is there a group rate for the hotel? There is a group rate for the hotel, but you have to register. You have to register at this link to get all of that information. Because why spoil a surprise? I love surprises. I love being surprised. I love being surprised. I love coming home and be like, I love to have a gift sent to me. I'm at work and here comes this and I love surprises, right? So I'm not going to spoil it. If you want to get all the information, I need you to go to the link. Go to the link. We not only have a link for you, we have the QR code. We have the QR code. Just scan the QR code and it'll take you right where you need to be to get the information that you need. It'll take you right where you need to be. Okay? All right. So I'm going to leave that up for a second. I'm going to leave that up. I'll continue to let it run at the bottom of the screen so we can see. So it'll be there for the full time that we're on tonight. And you can see, hey, Daryl, and you can see what information you need. You can get all the information you need. Okay. So itinerary, group rate, all of that. You can get all of that when you go to this link and you register. Okay. Okay. So there's some great things that I love about the registration thing. You can donate, you can gift a registration to a single person or a couple. If you feel like you can't make it for whatever reason and you know you can't make it and you want to be a part in some way, there's a part on the registration on the Eventbrite where it allows you to gift someone. So, we all about this. You can gift someone. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's get started with our topic tonight. Y'all know me. I put up the title. I put up the title of the topic, and I want you to be like, wonder what that's about. Wonder what that's about. Some of our topics, okay, I'm sorry, I thought I missed the word. Some of our topics are just obvious, right? Some of our topics are just obvious. Now, this is a topic that came to me, and it's one we've done before, but it's been a long time. So we're going to do it again because this topic came to me from someone that I don't know directly if they're dealing with this situation. And listen, if y'all send me a topic, please understand you don't have to worry about me blasting you or putting your name out there and say such and such sent this. You can send things privately. You can post anonymously to the page and nobody will know. And that's okay. Some people are private. They don't want to put their business out or whatever. And that's fine. I totally understand that. But don't let that deter you from sending topics, okay? Don't let that keep you from getting some information that might be great and helpful and useful to you. Maybe useful to you. Okay? All right. All right. All right. Where did that come from? I'm sorry. I'm seeing something on my page that. Okay. I see what happened. All right. I'm here. Here I am. Okay. Here we are. That was Corey B. Corey. Hey, okay. Tavanya, I see you, girl. Hey, and it says 8 others. I'm not sure who the 8 others are, but welcome everybody. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is our topic tonight. Friends, how many of us have them? Let me tell y'all where this is coming from. I'm not even going to tell y'all. I'm going to play this video, and y'all going to know where we're going from here. I'm going to play this video. Let me change this a bit. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Let me ask you a quick question. Sure. In a marriage, can I have a best friend of the opposite sex?
No.
You want to be more specific?
A best friend is somebody that you spend a lot of time with. You go on vacations with them. You go out to dinner with them. You call them when something exciting happens or when something bad happens. You ask them for guidance. That's a best friend. Would you want me to be calling another guy and going on vacation with another guy and going out to dinner with another guy and confiding in another guy?
Hell no.
Are we done here?
But.
No, there's no but. On top of that, what if this guy has feelings for me?
Which I can't control.
You see how this can be a problem? That's why you're supposed to be my best friend.
Well, all right then.
Was that clear? It kind of chopped up a little bit for me on my end. Y'all put in the chat and let me know if that's clear, or would y'all like me to play the video again? Let me know if y'all like me to play the video again or if that was clear. Because on my end, I think my reception was a little bit choppy. And I think there's a bit of a delay. I'm looking here on the screen, and it looks like it may be a little bit of a delay. So if y'all want me to play the video again, she was clear. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you play it again? Corey wants me to play it again. We aim to please. I'm going to play the video again, guys. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Sure.
In a marriage, can I have a best friend of the opposite sex?
No.
You want to be more specific?
A best friend is somebody that you spend a lot of time with. You go on vacations with them. You go out to dinner with them. You call them when something exciting happens or when something bad happens. You ask them for guidance. That's a best friend. Would you want me to be calling another guy and going on vacation with another guy and going out to dinner with another guy and confiding in another guy?
Hell no.
Are we done here?
But
No, there's no but. On top of that, what if this guy has feelings for me?
which I can't control.
You see how this can be a problem? That's why you're supposed to be my best friend.
Well, all right then.
Topic, friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Before we go any further, let's be. I don't claim to be able to sing. I can't. That's my sister's area. That's my sister's area. Hey, Mr. Matthews. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Jackie. All right, all right. So if you missed the video, I played it twice. Sorry, but you can always come back. But let's get into our topic because the video is going to explain. Now, I want to start out by saying, hey, Jackie, I want to start out by saying I definitely have an opinion on this. I do. I have an opinion on it. I have a thought process on it. But I like what she said. Now, mind you, it said, he started out by saying, hey, babe, in a marriage, is it okay to have, paraphrasing, is it okay to have friends of the opposite sex? That's what he said. He said, in a marriage, is it okay to have friends of the opposite sex? And she was like, without hesitation, no, it's not okay to have friends of the opposite sex. Then she went down a list of why it's not okay to have friends of the opposite sex. Now, I apologize. I put up a last minute post asking one of the brothers to come on and be on live with me tonight. And that's my fault. I literally got caught up today. I was doing some TikTok videos with my after schoolers, having a good time. Claudia, you had no sense. I got caught up and I forgot to put up the topic for tonight. And by the time I put it up, I was like, oh man, I really, really wanted to ask one of the brothers to be on live with me. But again, I forgot to get the topic up, didn't get it done in time. So here we are. It's me, but you guys are here. The fellas are here. All y'all got to do is type in the chat your responses or whatever. I love it. And we can keep it moving. But if you like to be a co-host with me, fellas, men, because we love both perspectives, we got to have both perspectives. If you want to be a co-host with me at any point in time, please, please, please let me know. I would love, love, love to have you on camera with me so we won't have the delay of waiting for somebody to type. All right? Okay. All right, here we go. So, this topic has been a personal topic of discussion for me in life before. It has been a topic of discussion that I've heard other people talk about and deal with in their relationships. Claudette Brown is my sister, y'all. She was like, my husband can have his best friend because it's my mother. Actually, my mom and my sister's husband, Paul, were friends before he and my sister got together. So she is totally, totally correct. That is her best friend. My mom's best friend is my brother-in-law. They were friends before he and my sister started dating one another. All right. So, um, you know, we can only give our personal perspectives. We can only give our beliefs and understanding of how we see things, right? That's all we can do. So I'm going to say this. Based off the video, I totally agree with her. I totally agree with her. It is very obvious that her husband, um, her husband, I'm sorry, it's very obvious that her husband agreed with her as well. The video was obviously put up to make a point. Um, she made some really, really valid things myself. Now, I have a lot of male friends, a lot of male friends, because I was in the military. I'm a vet. I'm a military brat first. So that means everywhere we traveled, we had friends. We developed relationships and friendships. Everywhere we traveled, we developed those. And as I got older, in high school and everything else in my military career, there were some friendships that were developed that were just plainly that. Now, there are people that feel like men and women cannot be friends. That is a topic of discussion as well. And we can kind of dive into that on this one if we like. There are people that first believe that men and women cannot be friends without there being some underlying purpose and without there being that gray area. That gray area. Now, I'm going to tell you, there are friends, male friends that I have that have never crossed that line. And I have never crossed that line. Even if there was an attraction, like even if I thought he was fine or he thought I was fine or whatever, we didn't just speak that out to each other, but we never crossed the line. We never crossed the line. My brat brothers, there's some of my brat brothers that or my ride or dies. I know I can call on them when I need something, and they know they can call on me. And that's kind of how the brat family works. The military, if you were in the military and you grew up as a dependent in the military, when you go to a state, you kind of look for brats. You kind of find out who's my brats. Where are they? We've had our brats to one time, one of our fellow brats' child had gotten into an accident, really bad accident, and they were nowhere near. They were in a whole nother state, and they put it out there like, "Is anyone in this certain state or area? My child needs help." And the brats came out the woodworks. It was a wonderful thing. It was a family. It was great, and it was appreciated. Um, but everybody does not have those type of connections. This is my thought before I get started and waiting for you guys to chime in. I feel like your spouse comes first before anybody. Your spouse comes first. Now, some people don't feel like that. They feel like, well, I've had children before I met him or met her, and my children come first. Okay. Okay. So, um, that's that's that thought and opinion on that. Let me read. Brooke, hey Brooke. Brooke says, I love knowing I have people everywhere as a military family. Yep. Yeah, Brooke was our expert on last week, you guys. Brooke was our financial expert on last week. Y'all still can get with Brooke if you need some financial counseling, couples, singles, whatever. Get with Brooke, Miss Grossman. Michelle said men and women can be friends without anything involved. I have more men friends than women. Frankly, I can count on my male friends more than female. My opinion. Hmm. Brooke says, agree with you on your spouse should be first. Yeah, your spouse should be first. And I hear you, Michelle. I have quite a few. Mine is maybe about an even toll. But yeah, there are times when I need certain things that my female friends really can't help with. You know, things that, you need, you're moving. or whatever. Like I made a move some years ago and I called on my male friends to help me move because I wasn't trying to pay a moving company. And they were there. Like it was like one, two, three, like four of them came out and they helped. Now I was in a relationship at the time, so they got to meet my man for the first time, and and they helped, and I was so appreciative of it. And even after my relationship ended, and I was as a single woman, I could call on these brothers and they would be there, and the same vice versa. The same vice versa. I have one that we talk kind of regarding um, the relationship between him and his wife. But I always made it a point to know where she was and to be sure she knew we were talking and that she was a part of that conversation. There was never any conversations that went on that she wasn't a part of. Or I didn't say, hey, tell her I said, hey, tell her I said, what's up? Um, and I didn't know her. I knew him, but I had enough respect. I feel that's a respect thing. I had enough respect to make sure that that's what happened. Hey, Paul. Um, hey, Miss Consuela. Brooke said, I do have a male friend that is like a big brother to me that I will ask his input because I know he won't sugarcoat my feelings. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't see a problem. Me personally don't see a problem with having friends of the opposite sex. Let me tell you where the problem comes in. And I think a lot of people can agree with me, whether you're male or female, where the problem can come in is when there's a lack of respect, when there's conversations and things going on and happening that I don't know about, or the opposite way that my man doesn't know about. That for me is a problem. That for me is a problem because, like the video said, it kind of breeds the ground for feelings and emotions to kind of take place. Listen, if I have been in a relationship with you before and it doesn't work out and we're good friends, and then I get into another relationship, that's it. Because we've been intimate, we've had some type of relationship, there's no way I'm going to be sitting up in a room with a man, with my man, with another man that knows that he's been intimate with me in certain ways and he can look at me and feel a certain way in front of my man. Even if he does not know, I'm not going to disrespect him in that way. For me, that's too much. That is disrespect. Claudette says, if you grew up with someone and the person means something, as long as they respect your partner, leave them to their friends, family. If it's new, you must weigh your options. There is no new opposite sex friendships for me. I'm not going to develop a new friendship with a male when I am, um, when I have a spouse. I'm not. I'm not. And I hope for the same respect and the same understanding. Now, I've been told before, oh, you're just insecure. That's what you think. I'll be insecure then. If that's what you think, that's what you think. I'm insecure because I'm worried about another woman. Nah, let's be honest. Men and women attract one another. There's an attraction there. There's something there. If I see something that I don't like, and I'm a woman, I know women. You're a man, you know men. If my husband said to me, babe, he likes you. He wants to be, there's something, he likes you. I'm going to say, okay, no longer can it be. Because my man doesn't feel comfortable. My man saw something, and my first goal and focus is my man. Damn friends, he's my friend. Okay, Michelle said, plus, my male friends always make me laugh and nothing else. While women are a little touchy, you have to be careful about your feelings. Well, the female friends I know. I just have more connections with males, though. Just saying. Michelle also said men are totally different, though. Yes, when they are disrespectful, then I have to let that one friendship go. Exactly. I have more male clients than female. Everything about male and female is totally different by a landslide. Yeah, yeah. Now, we as women, we can be touchy and some women are messy and God, but let me tell you something about my circle. I don't have that issue. I don't have that issue. Birds of a feather tend to flock together. So, um, my female friends, my girls, my sisters, I don't have that issue. Because if you messy and gossipy and always deuces, it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. So, and male friends as well. If I have male friends that way, it's not gonna work out. I'm not. I'm not doing that. So, I think it comes down totally to a respect thing. It comes down to being respectful and giving your spouse that understanding that what they say and feel means something. Now, let me ask the question. What if you don't see that and you know this person way better than they do and you don't see that and it's not a problem for you? So you have a male friend and you like, that ain't nothing. That's my boy. That's my brother. That's. And your man is like, I don't like it. But you don't see anything wrong with it. You won't see anything. What's your opinion? What's your thoughts? How would you handle that? How would you handle that? I'm hoping that I'm hitting the points that um, the person that gave this topic this topic idea is helpful. I hope it's helpful. I hope we are. I hope we are. Michelle said, my husband can have female friends. Yes, I can tell when something's up. Men may not see it immediately. They can handle, I can handle myself if a man gets out of line because I'm not a soft person and easy to run over. Okay, all right. You're not a soft person, easy to run over. But I don't know if it's about being a soft person and easy to run over. But what if there's a young lady that doesn't have necessarily um, that side of her, and it makes it a little tough. But the question I kind of posed was, um, what if your spouse sees it and you don't? You don't have any problem. You don't see any problem with it. Doesn't bother you at all. It's like, oh, yeah, I don't get that. What's the reaction? What's the action do y'all think should be taken? If your spouse sees something and they don't agree with it and they think that the other person is feeling you, likes you, is attracted or whatever, and they say, nah, what's your response to that? Now, mind you, this could be a person that they have been connected to and friends with for years. This could be that. Michelle said, I don't know if I can stop talking to that person, friend, because my man don't like him. But I will have my guard up around that male friend. What y'all think? What y'all think? Michelle said she don't think she gonna end that friendship. She doesn't feel like she's gonna end that friendship. She doesn't think she should end that friendship. My big brother's trying to text me out. She don't think she would end that friendship because she doesn't see it. She doesn't see a problem. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What would you do if your spouse said to you, I don't like your friend. I think they like you. I feel like they like you. I feel like, um, it's more to what they're wanting. Um, what do y'all think? Okay. Sorry. Hey, Miss Ladonis. Hey, girl. We're talking about friends, having friends, being married, and having friends. What is your take? Having friends of the opposite sex. Y'all moving slow tonight. Is it me? Like, I know there's a delay because I can see it. So I'm gonna give y'all time to catch up because as this catches up, I'm gonna give y'all time. So we gotta let's be honest. You know, this is what we're here for. We're here to be honest. We're here to be real. We're here to help one another. Okay, so Claudette said, I don't see just cutting off the friendship. I would confront my friend. Because we are friends, we should be able to talk about my man's concerns. Okay, okay. So Michelle is saying she wouldn't cut off the friendship, um, but she would keep her guard up. Claudette is saying she wouldn't cut the friendship, but she would have a conversation. She would have a conversation. She would confront the friend and have a conversation about her man's feelings. Fellas, what would y'all do? Fellas, what would y'all do? What do y'all say to this? Michelle said eventually that male friend will drop off because I will be more concerned about my husband's uncomfortable feelings. That's hard though. That's hard though. I agree. I agree that it would be hard to cut off someone that you have known for years, that there has been a friendship and you all have had a relationship, friendship, because friendships are relationships that you have had. I understand that it would be hard. It would definitely be hard to do. Um, but Michelle is saying that eventually the brother's going to drop off. The brother's going to drop off. How do you think your spouse will feel though? I wonder how the spouse would feel if you weren't proactive in making that happen, as opposed to you just kind of let it linger, and then old dude just kind of like, let me get out of this, not my space. Like, yo, let's be honest with each other. Let's go deep with this one because things like this in marriages, there are situations where people's marriages have ended because someone didn't want to give up um, a friendship with someone else. So things like this in marriages, let's give some help in this area. Let's give some different perspectives that may make a person say, I didn't look at it like that. So I'm going to say again, first and foremost, um, when there's a marriage, when you take the leap of saying I do and combining your life as one with that person, they should be priority. They should be priority. Their thoughts and their feelings should be priority. Now, granted, those thoughts and feelings have to be within reason. They have to be within reason. And within reason has to be something that's agreed upon between the two of you. What is in reason of what you're asking of me? What you're asking of me, does it make sense? Is it going to work out? All of those things. All of those things. And if you're in a marriage, if your relationship is saying that your spouse is jealous and it's pure jealousy that is keeping them in the mindset that they're in the action that they want to take place, then you have to address that. Is it something that you're not doing to give them that safety and security that they need to know that there's nothing, hey, Derek, there's nothing that they need to worry about? Or are there little things that's happening that says to them they have to question you? They have to question what you're doing and how you're handling it. I need to know. I want to feel so safe and secure in my relationship that regardless of if I'm around or not, I know my man is going to make the best decision when it comes to us. He's not going to worry about what friend thought, what mama thought, what siblings thought, what strangers think. You know, sometimes we put our spouses under the bus when we can't handle something or we don't. Like somebody trying to sell us something, right? How many times have you said, I'm going to have to talk to my husband, knowing good and damn well you have no intentions of talking to that man about this thing? You just want to get out of it. You ain't trying to look. Let me put it off on him. To know and trust that we can do that, or to know and trust that if my man is somewhere and he says that, it's because he genuinely needs or wants my opinion and my thought in the process of what's going on. Michelle said, "All this also cause lying and deceitful behaviors. If you have to hide your friendship because the husband don't want you to be with your friend. For me, I will include him in all my functions, and going out for him to not have any thoughts. Any thoughts? Yeah, yeah. Include him or include her. Now, on the video, she said, um, best friend, my best friend means people you travel with, people, you know, when something great happens, you want to call them and share that with them. Going on trips and going to dinner together. And what are y'all thoughts on that? Like, what are y'all thoughts on that? Okay, I'm gonna say straight off the rip, my man is not going. I would rather he not go on a trip with female best friends. Now, mind you, this could be a group thing. This could be a group thing. I have a friend who um he and a group of friends, they've been friends for years. They go on a trip every year. They get together and they go on a trip together. And this is a mix of two males, two females. They go on a trip together every year and no one else can attend. Like they have this bond and this connection, and no one else can attend. No one else can attend. What are y'all thoughts on that? Like it's just them. It's just them. The four of them take a trip somewhere every year, and the spouses, if they're married, I don't think all of them in the group are married. No one else can attend but them. Like the four of them go every year. And I was like, because he and I were, we were talking for a while. And I was like, that's not something that I would be able to agree with. Yeah. Sorry. I can't agree with that. That's not something that I would nah for me. Corey said no. Corey said no. Corey said no. Call me jealous if you want. And would I be jealous if my man took a trip with other women and other women I couldn't go? Of course. Why can't I go? Of course. But if for whatever reason it was you can't go because we've created this bond and we've created this thing and we've been doing this for years, even before you came along, my answer to that, well, then keep getting along then. Stay over there. What? That's me. Like, stay over there. Because what we have to realize is when we get into relationships, when we get married, um, sounds like a couples retreat. There you go, Corey. We all packing a bag. Where we going? When we get married, um, that person becomes our one. That person becomes our one. If we believe, and I do, in the biblical teachings of becoming one, forsaking all others. I don't know about any other belief factor. This is just coming from what I believe and what I know. If you come from another belief factor and y'all see it in a different way, please share. I would love to hear that. I would love to know. I'm always curious about other beliefs and how they handle things. Hey, Michelle. Um, coming from a biblical perspective, you leave and you cleave. You leave your mama them, you leave your daddy them, and that's all of them, and you cleave to your spouse. It's y'all now. It's the two of y'all. Um, you forsake all others for each other. You look, this is my lady, this is my wife. What she says is what matters. This is my man, this is my husband. What he says is what matters. Oh man, we used to do this, and before he came along, before she came along, but they're here now. They came along because that's what I needed and wanted for my life. You have to do what you need and you want for your life. Oh, I went blurry for a minute, y'all. What happened? I don't know what happened there. It went blurry. All right. Y'all can still hear me though. Hopefully there it is, refocused. All right. You have to do what you need to do. But if my man can't appreciate the fact that that's not something that I would agree with, and I have a problem with that, then those are discussions we're gonna have before we even get to marriage. Y'all better talk about this stuff. Y'all think the only thing that's important to talk about when you're courting, going towards marriage, is what their favorite color is? You better talk about finances. Isn't that right, Brooke? You better talk about child rearing, how you discipline the children, whether it's bonus children or children you're going to have. You better talk about how you feel about outside relationships, involvements with his mama them, and how y'all deal with stuff. Y'all better talk about that stuff. And that doesn't mean just because you have a different way of doing it that you all can't come together and have an understanding of how to handle those relationships. Michelle said, "This is awkward. I would love my spouse to come along, unless they all single. Things can happen. No one is perfect. It's called temptation." High five, Michelle. Bam. That's right. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where something could happen. I will never feel like I am so strong that I am different from anything and anybody else in the world. You can love your spouse to death. You can. And you can go with great intentions. You can. But we are human. Let's be real. We are human. Why put yourself in a situation where things could happen? I'm not going to do it. That's like an alcoholic going and hanging out with all his old buddies because I'm good. I don't do this no more. Okay. Michelle said, my husband wouldn't go though. I tell my husband to go out with the boys on the night before our wedding, and he wouldn't. I go out with my girlfriend and have a good time without anything out of order. I don't drink alcohol, so my mind stays clear and focused. I don't do guilty trip either. Oh, LOL. I don't do guilty trip. Hey, Lou. That's my brother. Claudia said, what would you say if your man's best friend needed a kidney and came to your man as their friend? Would you allow him to do it to save their lives? I would. I would. I would. If it's not going to, hey Angie B, if it's not going to affect our lives in a negative way, if it's not going to take away from his health, but if it is, if you go get tested and checked out and it says, wow, this is taking a risk. This is taking a risk. If you give this person your kidney or your, whatever, it's taking a risk. Then no. Why? I'm not going to take me from my baby. Shoot. Not going to do it. But if we both talk about it and we agree and we want to help, mind you, I said we, it might be my kidney, but it's a we. It's a we. It's a we. We agree, then I don't see a problem with it. I don't see a problem with it. These are best buds. They look like they've been down since elementary school. They look like they've been down like 4 flat. But it's all about respect. It's all about respect. You have to respect your spouse. Respect them enough to know that their feelings and thoughts are theirs. And if it comes from a place of, like I said, jealousy, if it comes from a place that they're feeling like, you're putting that person over them, you have to deal with that. And if that means cutting off that person, you got to cut that person off, in my opinion. In my opinion, because your spouse comes first. Your spouse comes first. If there can't be some type of understanding and agreement that says, hey, if we're going out, listen, oh, we so used to doing something. We every year we do this and we go out and we have this time together and whatever. Um and if I can't be look, if I can't be involved, or if my friend has a problem with my spouse being involved, then we done broke our tradition. We ain't doing it no more. It's not happening anymore. Because I have to lay down with this man. I have to deal with finances with this man. I have to deal with illness and sickness and y'all, we don't think about that. We don't think about that. The hard stuff, the tough stuff, your spouse has to deal with your illnesses, whether you're sick or well. This is the person that you want to be able to depend on come what may. And if there's somebody else and another force infringing on that, because remember, your friend may end up in a relationship because they taking care of them. And now you stuck by yourself because you are so concerned about their friendship over your marriage, over your spouse. Oh no, ain't gonna be able to do it. Nada. So Michelle said, yeah, we have to talk about everything. My husband lives in Jamaica and I have to talk about things before he comes to America. I don't want to drop a bombshell with what I want to happen here in our new home. The beauty about maturity is your stand strong in what you want and your truth. Age 50 plus, experience matters. Child, I know some 50-year-olds that ain't mature, that are not. Let me be correct in my grammar here. Make sure with age does not come maturity. I have learned that. With age, maturity does not always follow. There is no bag to put on your back, or there's nothing following behind you that says, hey, the maturity jumps on you. Experience should mature you, yes. Life experiences should mature us. And maturity comes with understanding. If I cannot understand your point of view, I may not agree with it, but I can understand it. That's mature. That's maturity. That's when I come in and say, you know what? I really don't like XYZ. But I'm going to try to get some type of understanding of it. I don't agree with it, but I'm going to try to get some understanding of it. But if my man has female friends that there are things that happen that I'm not involved in, he won't be my man. I'm just not going that level. I'm not adding that level of stress and unnecessary problems to my life. And that would be for our lives. And that goes both ways. We have to prioritize what we want in life, where we're going, and who we're doing it with. and who we're doing it with. So again, I see nothing wrong with males and females being friends. I see nothing wrong with having lifelong connections and loves. I see nothing wrong with that. But if you get to a point in life and you are being married, you have a spouse, and these friends are not respectful of that, and you're not being respectful of that, then you need to rethink a lot of stuff. Like, don't be so quick to jump and tell your spouse that they're jealous and immature and insecure and insecure. I heard that so many times. I was like, you know what? If I'm so insecure, then why you here? It's like this. Everybody has a level of insecurity. Period. Everybody does. There's no person walking around that thinks that they stuff don't stink. They may want to act like it sometimes, but everybody know they stuff stinks. Everybody knows that they're not the perfect in everything. So we all have some insecurities, whether it's work, relationship, whatever. So let's deal with those insecurities. I haven't done my ding, ding, ding in a while. Ding, ding, ding. When we hear that, we know that means counseling. Counseling. I'm not saying by a long shot in your relationship, just because your spouse has a friend that you don't agree with or whatever, and they don't listen and they won't end that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying take it to the level where there's some understanding. Y'all may need to get some counseling and talk about this thing and see the best avenue to take to make sure your relationship, your marriage is solid, airtight. Nobody's getting in between that. Michelle said you don't want to add gas to fire. Most definitely. Claudia said men and women should not have to leave a relationship behind if it's innocent and always has been friends. Always has been friends. Take time to build, to have, to give friends that took time to build, to have, to give up because their partner is afraid that something might happen. No, but what I'm saying, if your spouse cannot be included in that friendship, then there's a problem. I mean, what do y'all think? If your spouse, I'm not saying end a friendship that has been developed in there for years before you even met your spouse. What I'm saying is, if you can't be included in that relationship between the two, then that's a problem. If she's saying, I don't want your wife to come, or don't tell your wife, or they can call him at any time, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. If we teach children, because here's my level of expertise, we teach children, if someone tells you don't tell, it's a problem. If someone tells you don't tell your mom, don't tell your dad, it immediately should raise a red flag and it's a problem. Same thing with adults. Same thing with adults. If my man has a friend and she says to him, now, don't tell your wife, we're going to do this or we're going to do that, or we talking about, don't tell your wife we talked today. Why? Then there's the question marks being raised. Claudette said, because I need my glasses. Because I am 51. Let's see who said it. Michelle said, my husband, hey Simone, my husband don't want me to have my ex as friends on Facebook. So I block him. I just don't go back to ex, but I don't see them as an enemy. I just think that their time expired and that's it. Next, move on. Michelle, I like that. I'm glad that you said that. And we're coming to a close with this. But if it's an ex for a reason. I don't care if y'all friends. I don't care if it ended and it's amicable and it was amicably that it ended. It ended for a reason. So why let the residual of that float over your relationship? Claudia said, "Oh, of course your spouse should be included. But if they want to come and talk to your spouse privately, though, privately through friendship, are you okay with that?" Who has an answer for that? Are you okay with that? If your spouse's friend comes and wants to talk privately, are you okay with that? I'm gonna let that marinate for a minute. Llewellyn said you can keep a friend unless they cross the line. If and when they do cut them quickly, then discuss that situation with your spouse. Boom, that's my brother. Michelle said, I will include my husband in everything. He has my back at all times. However, I don't want him to feel uncomfortable when I'm working at the barbershop because we do talk shop. We do talk shop talk. He kind of jealous. What's shop talk? Michelle? Yeah. You talk shop talk with the fellas? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I know what shop talk is when fellas talk about women and stuff like that. So if you're talking shop talk, I'm just asking a question because I'm not sure. I want to be clear. If you're talking shop talk, are you talking the same? Let's see. She said, "No, I'm not okay with that. My body don't play like that. I will react." What are we talking about? Hey, Felicia. No, I'm not okay with that. My body don't play like that. I'm sure it's something I said, Michelle. I done moved, said something else, and I'm not quite sure what you're responding to. Um, so let's do this because Claudette said something that was food for thought. So if your spouse's friend wanted to come talk to them privately, are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? My response to that, this is me. My response to that, okay, yes, we talk all kind of topics, men, women, all kind of jokes. Okay, okay, all kind of jokes, men and women. Okay, all right. Michelle was responding to answer what the shop talk is that they talk. Um, I'm sure, of course, again, if it's something that's inappropriate, um, that's being said, then yeah. Claudia said they may be having a hard time with their partner, but don't want to share it in front of you, and they can tell you after, though. Llewellyn said, Claudia Brown, sure, that's where trust comes into play. So Llewellyn is saying, yes, he's saying for him, that's where trust comes into play. I would have to say, yes. Um, it would be okay if they're having a hard time and they're dealing with something and they don't want to say it in front of me because again we don't have that same comfort level. That is their best friend, that is their friend, they've been friends. But this is the caveat to that for me. This is it to me. You don't have to say it in front of me. You don't have to talk in front of me. Sure, you want to come over to the house and y'all go sit outside and talk or something like that because you got something going on, yeah. But if it were me, when I went inside, I would share with my spouse. I wouldn't necessarily tell them, if it's something real deep and personal, like dealing with body and stuff like that. No, I wouldn't. But I would share with them and say, hey, this is what's going on a surface level. And just to let you know, I just want to let you know so you can kind of, know what's going on. But they will be embarrassed or whatever. There's ways to handle that. I never want to be in a situation where I feel like I'm telling my spouse, I can't tell you what he said. Why open up a thought process to make someone feel like there's something or there's a problem or there could be a problem. That's just my opinion. They can talk in secret. Y'all can talk in private rather, not secret. Um, no, they ain't mean for no damn coffee. It has its limits to it. It has its limits to it. Do they want to be kidding me for coffee? Yeah, they can meet for coffee. You can meet for coffee. You have to have your limits to it. You have to understand and have there's respect of boundaries for your spouse. Or ask that friend, do you mind if my wife gives you a woman's perspective? Boy, if that ain't my brother, I love that. I love that. Do you mind if my wife gives you a woman's perspective? Do you mind if my husband gives you a man's perspective? Because truth be told, if my man had a female best friend and we were dealing with some issues and some problems, I don't feel like it's proper and it's right for him to go to his female friend and talk to her about me. Because this is why I say that. This is why I say that. Of course, you're my sister tonight. I'm just saying, my big brother. He's saying some stuff that I would say. I love that. Yeah, you're my sister. This is my take on that, right? This is my thing. Girl, you threw me. Baby, forget what I say. She threw me with that comment. Of course, you're my sister. Let's back up a little bit. Oh, this is what I was saying. If my Michelle, you be on it, girl. If my um if my spouse had a friend, female friend, and he wanted to talk to her about me, about something we were dealing with, and he wanted a female's perspective, I have an issue with that. This is why I have an issue with that. Because just because she's a woman does not mean that she knows how I would like things or I would handle things or how I feel about things. I think the best way to know and iron out a problem with your spouse or in any relationship, talk to the horse, get it from the horse's mouth. I don't need another woman telling my man what he should do for me. That's just me. Why? Because I'm me. I may be totally different from her. We may have some things in common, we may not. But this is for me that saying my man is making the effort to make things right. And by making things right, he's saying to me, babe, I know we're at odds. I know I'm not quite understanding what you're saying, but help me to understand you. I don't need him coming to me and saying, I talked to Claudette and she said, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Michelle said, we were in a store in Jamaica and an old woman there with her adult daughter. The lady thought my husband and I are brother and sister. I was going with the flow, but Trevor sensed that she wants someone for her daughter. He stopped her right there and told the lady that we are husband and wife. He is serious like a heart attack. I love to see his reaction when women come on to him in front of me when they think that I'm his sister. Just watching the moment. Yeah, I'm sure it made you feel good. It made you feel good to see that your man is for you and, at all costs. At all costs. I'm sure that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling. All right, y'all. All right, let me show my shirt tonight. This is one of the shirts. Of course, the holding the hands, promoting growth together, real life relationship growth. Ah! Y'all, I made these logos. It took me forever, but I had a good time making them, and I thought they were so cute. So we have different ones. If you like a shirt with any of the logos, let a sister know and I can get one ordered for you. All right? I can get one ordered for you. Michelle is the one who ordered a shirt today, y'all. Thank you, Michelle. Let me get your shirt ordered. I'm gonna get your shirt ordered. So, all right, y'all. Remember, you have to register. The link is running there. It's been running all night. Make sure you register for the Real Life Relationship Growth Weekend that's going to be happening on April the 14th through the 16th. Yeah, I got you, Michelle. April the 14th through the 16th. Coming up, you have to register. You have to register. If you don't plan on spending the entire weekend, then hey, definitely come spend the Saturday with us. Come for the main event. If you're going to miss the marriage reconnection fun night on Friday night, if you're going to miss the speed dating event, don't miss Saturday. Don't miss the main event. We have Jimmy and Rachel Rogers. They are our relationship experts. Um, they are relationship experts. They will be there. They will be giving their perspective and they're taking their professional thoughts on the topics that we're going to be talking about. Don't have the topic yet. We have not chosen the topic for discussion for the live in person camper conversation segment for the 15th of April. But, as you guys register, I'm going to seek out your thoughts. I'm going to seek out what topics y'all want to discuss, and we're going to narrow this thing down and we're going to have our discussion. We're going to have a good time. This will be the first of many. First of many. Real Life Relationship Growth Weekend, April the 14th through the 16th. Get registered. The deadline has been extended until March 31st. I cannot go beyond March 31st, y'all, because we have things we need to do. I have gifts that I want to be made available to y'all. We have to make sure we pay for, I'll get our catered burger bar. We want to solidify that and get that paid for. So you guys have to register. There's a lot included in your registration. You're getting a lot. If you want to book a hotel room, book a hotel room. If you don't want to stay at the hotel, you want it somewhere closer, you got a family member in town and you can stay, then you're welcome to do that as well. But I would love for everybody to stay at the hotel, be there at the hotel so you won't miss a thing. Okay? All right, y'all. This was great. This was great. Keep sending me your topics so we can continue to discuss. We can continue to grow. We can continue to build healthy relationships. And young people, y'all, listen, I've heard a couple times that this group is geared toward 40 and older. Okay, my daughter said it. She said it. But I'm like, listen, Riz, you got to get it out on your side. You got to get it out for the younger crew because this group, this family is for the ages of 21 all the way up. Why? Because you can't wait until you're 40 to start thinking about these things. You can't wait until your 40s, your late 30s, and you can't wait till you get married to start. This is why I think, I'm going to say this last thing and I'm going. This is why I think, you guys, that some churches have failed us, have failed the young people, because you preach so heavy and so hard on sustaining, which is very important, and not doing this and not doing that and not doing this. But you get a certain age, why are you not married? Married. You need to be married. You need to be married. Married. Have we prepared them for marriage? Come on, y'all. Whether church, outside of church, whatever. Have we prepared them for marriage? So this part is for them as well. All of this. Let's prepare the young ones so they don't need as much as we did. Let's prepare them. So this is for everyone, 21 and older. You are an adult at 21. I don't care what your mama say. Legally, you are an adult. I don't care. You might not act a certain way. Because listen, like I said earlier, 50-year-olds sometimes don't even act a certain way. So, let's put this out to the young ones. Let's let them know this is for them as well. I would love to see a good following of young people under the age of 35. That would be great. That would be great. So spread the word. Spread the word. Hey, Mark. Spread the word. All right, y'all. So good night. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle, you was on it tonight, babe. You was on it tonight. Michelle and my sister Claudette and my brother Llewellyn, you know, I come from some good stuff. I come from some good stuff. My siblings were on tonight. They're always there to support me. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. Get registered. Get registered. Get registered. Sis, I'll call you. We'll talk. Llewellyn, I love you. Oh, I got to call you too because you called right in the midst. I'll call you, big brother. Love y'all. Yup, Michelle, you be popping. We bring that same energy to the Real Life Relationship Growth Weekend, April 14th through the 16th. Good night, guys.